matchup as they come onto the field for the first time. They come out with 3 wide receivers. They hand it off. He makes it out to maybe the 29-yard line. Gain of 2. That brings up second down. Second down, 8 yards to go. Ball on the 29-yard line. Split backfield here. Here's the halfback. And he just got hammered. The running back gains 2 yards on the carry. Only one man back. They motion to the right. Back to throw. And he goes down. They're going to have to figure out a way to block him or he's going to keep getting back there.
You know, I couldn't agree more. This is one of those guys that's sneaky fast. Even when I watch him on tape, he looks fast and he looks talented, but then you see him in person, and all of a sudden he's turning that corner so much faster. I think the same thing's happened to this offensive line. They weren't ready for this.
The backfield is in the offset I formation. Pause. He gets knocked out of bounds at the 36-yard line. They get around 5 yards from the halfback. They line up at the 36. New York lines up with a split backfield. Johnson looking to throw. Gets the pass off. Spin move, and he's brought down. He made the right read on that pass.
Nice play that time by the quarterback. You know, we talk about progressions and going from one receiver to the next, but this quarterback is doing a great job in the pre-snap read, knowing who the first guy will be and getting him the football.
A 5-yard pickup for the halfback. 2nd and 5 coming up here. Ball on the 49. Pro formation here. The halfback with the carry. Tries to juke the defender, and he will be tackled. 4-yard gain on the play, and that makes it 3rd down. Johnson comes to the line under center. They'll line up in single back. Sets up the play action. Knight has the interception. And he's decleated at the 35. What an interception by the cornerback.
You know, some of these corners are just freakish athletes right now. Oftentimes, they're the best athletes on the field. Maybe they don't have the skill set, great hands, great moves, whatever, but they are definitely among the fastest in the NFL.
2nd and 11 coming up now. Ball on the 34. 3 wide receivers set. He fakes it with the pass, makes the grab, and he dropped him in the open field. Good pickup by the receiver.
And we've always talked about this receiver's big play ability. He may not be the fastest guy in the league, but you can tell he wants the ball in his hands in big situations.
He's dropped at about the 39-yard line. Nice job on the toss play there.
Boy, if you can get that block on the edge out there, when you have a guy with this kind of speed and quickness, it just makes that play so much easier. And defensive coordinators go crazy. That's the one thing any defense should be able to do, is contain that outside pitch.
2nd down, 8 yards to go. Ball on the 39-yard line. 3 wideouts here.
Come on, D, let's go.
He's tackled at the 33-yard line. The ball carrier gives them 6 yards on the ground. From the 33-yard line. They line up with 1 running back in the backfield, 3 wide. They go with the run. Brought down right around the 26-yard line. The 3rd down run ends up being a decent gain.
And we've seen so many rule changes over the years to help the passing game, but not many to help the running game. So that's a little old school football right there.
He tried to thread the needle on that last one and threw it right into coverage.
Well, you have to admire his courage. He's not afraid to make any throw, anytime, anywhere, but he's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Jukes away, and he will be tackled. They get maybe a yard on the toss. New York lines up with 5 defensive backs. Fakes to the back, looks down the field. Completed. Tackled at the 19-yard line. The third down pass got them good yardage, but not quite enough to convert.
Yeah, that was a tough third down situation. They got the good completion, a good gain on the play, but probably asking too much out of the receiver to try and break that many tackles to pick up that first down.
The kick is away. He'll take it from the 2. Still going. He's tackled at the 28-yard line. So as the offense heads back onto the field, we'll take this time to remind you that our game is brought to you by EA Sports. If it's in the game, it's in the game. Tosses it out. He's hammered in the backfield. A great defensive effort there.
Did you see how fast that linebacker was on that one? Not only did he recognize it, but when he did recognize it, he had the explosiveness to get there.
Another run. And they get him at about the 29-yard line. They get 2 yards. That'll bring up third down. It's third down now and 8 to go. Ball on the 30-yard line. The backfield is in the offset I formation. Home team put a man in motion. Throws while on the run. He's dropped at the 39-yard line. That pass is good for a first down.
And he had some zip on that one, didn't he? He reared back and threw that one about as hard as he could.
They line up at the 39. Single set backfield. They hand it off. He's tackled at the 42. 3 yards on the run. 2nd and 7 situation here. Ball on the 42-yard line. Nickel back in this time. Hands it to the back. And they get him right around the 46-yard line. They gain 5 yards there, and so it'll be third down. They'll line it up again on third down. With the short yardage situation, the offense is in the goal line formation. And he will lose yardage on the play. The defense seemed to do everything right there.
And you love to see those linebackers playing downhill like that. Not just flowing sideline to sideline, but attacking and trying to get in the backfield.
Gets his leg into it, and he got a huge punt here. So this one goes into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The offense was only able to muster a field goal on their last drive. We'll see what they do with this possession. They line up in the I formation. Man in motion. Tackled around the 24-yard line. Halfback toss gains maybe 4 yards. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Ball on the 24. Fullback on the inside give. He's brought down at the 27-yard line. The fullback picks up about 3 yards on that carry. Third down now. They'll need about 3 yards to convert for a new set of downs. He lost it, and the tackle falls on it. And that was not a good time for a fumble.
Well, there's really never a good time for a fumble, but you can tell that he just got sloppy with that football. He broke down on his fundamentals, and he gave it up.
Gives it off. What an open field tackle. Less than a yard. That brings up second down. From the 25-yard line. Split backfield here. On the ground with a tailback. And he will not make it past the defender. Not much there, maybe a yard. And that makes it third down. New York comes out with 3 receivers in a single back formation. He passes middle. They finally bring him down, and it's 1st and goal. And a big catch by the tight end.
And I can tell you this, there's nothing that defensive backs hate more than to have one of those big tight ends in the open field running right towards them.
He needs to make a decision. He throws on the run. What a catch! Touchdown! Outstanding play to the wide receiver as he took it the distance.
Well, that's just a big-time pitch and catch right there. The quarterback made a beautiful throw, but it was the route by the wide receiver that set it up. He was as open as I've seen all afternoon.
Lining up for the point after. extra point is good. Here's a quick look at the drive summary. Booming kick. Brought down at the 28-yard line. Once again, we'll take this opportunity to remind you that this game is brought to you by the fine folks at EA Sports. The offense lines up with 3 wide receivers. Feeds it to the back. Brought down at the 29-yard line. The running back gets about a yard, maybe less. Ace backfield this time. They go with a run. And they get him at the 31. They get 3 yards on the play. That'll bring up 3rd down.
Gain of 3.
Home team puts 6 DBs on the field to counter this 5-receiver look. Looking for an open man. Pass is off target, and the ball appeared to sail on him that time, and he completely overshot his target.
And when you're trying to go after one of those deep throws, you really want to give your receiver a chance. We've seen guys in the league so adept at making plays on the ball, but you can't make it when it's that far overthrown.
2 minutes to go in the half. If the offense can air it out as effectively as they did on their last drive, it's going to be a long day for everyone on that defense. New York lines up in the offset eye this time.
Blue 45. Blue 45. Regular. Screen here, Swan, screen.
First down, looking to throw. Huge pressure by the defense. They get to him, and they're able to get to him on that one.
Great job there getting to the quarterback. The defense went with the bull rush and just manhandled this offensive line. They've got to be more stout. They've got to be able to hold up in protection.
Right. Close right. Toby 32. Come on now. Yo. Come on, D. Watch the slam backside. Crack, D, crack. Watch the hard count. Right, left. Let's go, y'all, let's go. Here comes what? Don't lose the bite. Hey, 4 cones. Wake up, guys. It's coming out quick.
Johnson takes it back. Looking for a receiver. Deep shot, right side, and it's picked. What a big-time play. I can't believe he hung on to it.
Well, we're going to have to quit using that old cliche about cornerbacks and defensive backs not being able to catch the football. That was some play that time.
From their own 27-yard line. One man in the backfield. Looks to pass. Down the middle. Pass is complete. He's tackled around the 35-yard line. So they pick up quite a few yards on that play.
Yeah, really a nice route that time. One of the keys to playing wide receiver is the ability to not only get into cuts, but to get out of the cuts. Very explosive coming out of that cut, and it made the difference.
First and 10. Ball on the 40-yard line. Home team line up with a nickelback. Gives to the back. He's brought down around the 45-yard line. That's a gain of 5, and that will bring up. Down. New York takes a timeout, and they'll have 2 remaining. They line up with split backs. Back to throw. Moves up in the pocket. The quarterback was lucky to get rid of the ball there.
And the protection just has to be better because right now this pressure is starting to get in the head of the quarterback. He's making some bad throws.
He's looking to throw. Throws it. 4th down coming up, and we're probably going to see the punting unit. 4th down. They'll line up to punt this one away. Gets it away cleanly. He fields it at the 17. He's dropped around the 22-yard line. The quarterback leads his offense back onto the field after turning it over on their last drive. New York comes out with 3 receivers in a single back formation. Back to throw. Throws the bullet to the right. Out of bounds, incomplete. They went with a sideline pass, but he couldn't stay in bounds.
And that would have been a spectacular catch if he'd been able to come up with that one, just thrown a little bit too far outside.
Johnson set to go to the air. Not much time to throw. Oh, and what a mid-air collision. Gain a couple through the air.
Really nowhere for the wide receiver to go on that one. I'm not sure if the quarterback realized it was man coverage on that play.
And as we head to halftime, the score is 7-3. Good distance on the kick. From his own goal line. Runs over tacklers. At the 30. He's tackled at the 39-yard line. He got a really nice return on that one.
Amazing job. The return team really set up the blocks beautifully and gave him lots of room to run.
Johnson is under center. Single back formation this time. They hand it off. He's tackled at the 41-yard line. Maybe got a couple of yards, but that's about it. That'll bring up 2nd down. 2nd down and 8. Ball on their own 41. Home team come out with split backs. Gives it right side. Brought down at the 42. The counterplay is good for about a yard. From their own 42-yard line. The defense is in the nickel. There's a play fake. Looks for a man open. Strong throw to his left. And it's picked. Well, he looked like he was in the right place at the right time.
Unless you're the quarterback, then he was in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Offset I formation in the backfield. Nice play fake. On the run, he throws it, and it's completed. He's brought down at the 39-yard line. Not too bad a pass there.
Not too bad at all, and sometimes those little touch throws are actually more difficult than the bullet passes. Kind of hard to come up with the timing to hit the receiver right in stride, but that was well thrown.
He's tackled at the 30s. They go with a run, and that'll be a gain of 9. Only a yard needed to convert here on 2nd down. They line up with split backs. He drops back to pass. Rifles this one out to the left. He's dropped at the 18-yard line. That one worked just as they drew it up.
Good pass, good catch, I agree. Sometimes there's really nothing you can do as a defense to stop a well-executed pass play.
Little handoff. He's finally dragged down, and now it will be first and goal. After that run, they might want to give him the ball a few more times.
I agree. It looks like the defense is a little tired out there. Whatever the case, they're having a tough time now stopping the run.
The halfback with the carry. And they get him right around the 2-yard line. The misdirection play gets them 4 yards. They'll line up 3 yards out now. They're crowding the line. Dropped behind the line. Not what they were looking for on that play call.
You know, for a running back, there comes a point in time where you say, all right, this play is not working. Let me just get as much as I can and try to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
Deflected and broken up. And the pass will fall incomplete. 4th down coming up.
And those are the kind of big 3rd down plays you have to have on defense to get the ball back and give your team a chance on offense.
And here's your drive summary for that last series. He kicks it. He'll take it from the 2. At the 30. Brought down at the 46-yard line. That return will set the offense up nicely.
They did an outstanding job blocking for the returner, and he repaid their efforts with a huge gain.
Johnson changes the play at the line. They'll give it off here. He lost yardage on the play. This defense is definitely not afraid to use their safeties in run support.
And as a quarterback, you have to start to recognize that. You just can't allow that safety to keep sniffing around that 8th man in the box and not throw the football. Essentially, they're daring this offense to throw it, and they're not taking advantage.
They'll need 8 here. 2 tight end set. Man in motion. He's dragged down on the play. They're going to need to tighten up their blocking, or this could turn out to be a very long game for the quarterback.
No kidding. I'd hate to be that quarterback right now. Clearly, this offense is having trouble recognizing the blitz, and even if they do recognize it, they can't block it.
He brings it in at the 14. It's a fumble. Picks it up. To the 20, to the 10, and he scores. What a play! And here's the extra point. Up and good. New York is up 8. And here's the kick. He'll return it from the 3. And he's drilled. What a hit. So before the offense hits the field, let's take the time to let you know that our game is brought to you by EA Sports. Offset I formation in the backfield. Tosses it out. He took a shot at the 28-yard line. The back gets 3 on the carry.
Not very often in a game does a defender get a clean shot like that on a running back. Typically, the running back didn't see it coming to take that kind of a shot.
Guns it right, makes the reception. What a hit. Everything seemed to work perfectly on that one.
And that's a pattern that this team likes to run. You know they've been studying that all week on film, and yet they still can't stop it.
They'll throw on 1st down, and the defense has a heavy rush. He's brought down at the 47-yard line. Not much of a gain at all on that 1st down completion.
Pretty tough sometimes when a quarterback is looking at his first read, it's not there. The second read is there, but he knows his guy is going to get hit immediately afterwards, and that's what happened there. They took away the first and second read.
It's completed, but not a whole lot of yardage gained on the play.
Yeah, this is a defense that just has too much speed for plays like that. You have to loosen them up some with some deep attempts. for the short passes underneath the work.
So, at the end of 3, the score is 14-6. And they motion a guy to the right. They go with the toss. Loose football. I think the defense has it, and they do. That was a huge turnover.
What a tremendous play by the defense. You really began to get the feeling this offense was getting something going. They stripped the football out of there and kill the drive, kill the momentum.
Straight ahead with a fullback. Tackled at the 47-yard line. They got little there. That brings up second down. They line up at the 47. Home team line up in a split back set. Johnson drops to throw. The pocket is collapsing. Passes. It's picked off. Why would you make that pass when you've got the lead?
Don't ask me. He threw it. I have no idea which side of his brain was working on that one.
Feeds it to the back. Brought down at about the 41. They got 4 yards there, and that will bring up second down. From their own 42-yard line. Pro formation here. Back to throw. Throws out to the left. He's dropped at the 47-yard line. A spectacular catch.
And this guy's just proof positive that you don't have to have one of those rocket arms to play in the National Football League. As long as you have good accuracy and good timing, you can make winning plays.
And they get him around the 47-yard line. The running back gets about a yard, maybe less. Second down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 47. Split backs this time. Gets to about the 44-yard line. The fullback picks up about 3 yards on that carry. They come out with 3 wide receivers. He drops back. He throws it. Bats it away. And he just managed to get a piece of it. Nice play by the defender.
And as a receiver, you really have to do a better job of coming back to the football at that point. You have to help the quarterback.
They're trying to pin them deep with a solid punt right here. He punts it. It'll go out at the 22-yard line. The quarterback and his receiver were clearly not on the same page last time, and it led to an interception. Little handoff. Brought down at the 24-yard line. 2-yard gain. That'll bring up second down. 2nd and 8 coming up here. Ball on the 24. 3 wide receivers set.
Here we go. Watch the ball. Keep working. Hey, don't get that ball out. Alert, run. Here we go. Watch the ball. Leave. Watch draw.
They'll give it off here. He doesn't get back to the line. That was a big-time play by a big-time athlete.
If you want to be considered one of the top cornerbacks in the National Football League, everybody has to be able to cover. But the top guys can not only cover, but come up and make big hits like that. Tremendous play.
Let's go. Hey, watch the screen. Buffalo. Come on, play it. Let's hit him in the mouth. Let's get off this field, man.
2 minutes remaining in the 4th quarter.
Keep him down there, man. Let's get it. Okay, please.
Here's 3rd and 9. Ball on the 23-yard line.
Somebody make a play. Hey, watch the
They'll go with the run once again. He's dropped at the 28-yard line. They'll need to mix it up a little better to avoid these 3 and out.
I don't know. I thought they looked pretty mixed up on that series. I didn't see anything go right.
Punts it, and he got a good one here. Tate takes it at the 25. And they get him around the 36-yard line.
All right, big moment in the game now. They've got to get this thing in the end zone. I expect to see the 2-minute offense, but you don't have to be in the hurry-up offense. Just get to the line of scrimmage, take the short throws that most defenses will give you in this situation. Don't be afraid to use the middle of the field. You have time.
That was a good-looking throw.
Yeah, great throw, but maybe even a better read. He understood by watching what the defense did after the snap of the football exactly where to go with that ball.
Great pickup for the first on that one.
And really what makes NFL football so special is the ability of these quarterbacks to throw it and these great receivers to catch it. That's just fun to watch.
Looking to throw. Passes to his left. It's tipped away. An excellent job by the defense of disrupting that last play.
And that was really on the wide receiver. Not much of a route, very little separation, and gave the defense a chance to make that play.
Looks to pass. Throws on the run. There for the reception. He's tackled around the 30-yard line. Wynn gains 7 yards with the catch. Only one man back. Drops back to pass. Looks left. Throws. He's hit hard on the play. They pick up solid yardage there.
And I love to watch this wide receiver work. He is so patient with his routes. He gets down low into his cuts, and he really understands what the defense is trying to do to take him away, and he is working them over.
And they're now a 2-point conversion away from tying this ball game up.
And let's see if they try to get the quarterback to roll out, get a two-way option, one pass going on the edge. The pressure really on the defense here.
Little handoff. And he's in for 2. That conversion couldn't have happened at a better time.
Well, the nice part about it from an offensive standpoint is you knew going in, not only did you have to play it for the touchdown, but you had to play it for the 2-point conversion. So much pressure on the offense, but they handled it beautifully.
Hit and dropped at the 29-yard line. With less than a minute remaining, they'll only need to move to within field goal range.
And that's exactly what they'll be trying to do here. Look for lots of passes to the outside as they try to conserve time. Defensively, keep them in the field of play.
Looking for an open man. Brings this one in. Brought down at the 34-yard line. Good read of the defense on that pass play.
Yeah, and throws like that really settle a quarterback down. It's all about getting into the flow of a game, and you can see he's getting comfortable now.
Wide open, and he can't hang on. And now the offense will be faced with a 3rd down situation. Johnson lines up with 5 wideouts. Drops back. Looks down the field. He's going to take off. He's brought down at the 44-yard line. And now they'll have to hurry back to the line.
And they're going to have to really start hustling back to the line of scrimmage now because he didn't get out of bounds. Now your offense has to get in that hurry-up mode.
Throws while on the run. And they get him at the 48-yard line. Nice pass and catch on that play that gets them a lot closer.
Yep, and that's really just the way they drew that one up. You take what the defense gives, looking to move the ball efficiently downfield with intermediate passes.
Brought down at the 47-yard line. So it looks like we'll be going into overtime. The kick is away. And we have a flag on the play. Hold everything. We have a flag on the play.
Holding by the receiving team.
That seemed like the right call there.
Yeah, sometimes you have holding and sometimes you have tackling. That looked more like a tackle.
Offset I formation in the backfield. Handoff on the draw. He's dropped around the 20-yard line. Gain of 6 yards on the draw play.
Gain of 6.
Just about 4 yards away here on 2nd down. They'll come out in the I. Looks to pass. Passes to his right. And they get him at the 32-yard line. Great time for that type of pass. It worked to perfection.
And that was a nice job by the offensive line, allowing the quarterback enough time to survey the field and find the open guy.
Pitch out. He makes a great open field tackle. A nice 6-yard gain by the halfback. It's 2nd and 4. Ball on the 38-yard line. New York brings in their nickel package. Back to throw. Short throw to the right. Great open field tackle. He makes the catch, and Chris, that'll move the chains.
And they're doing it with short ball control type passes. This is the type of offense that really frustrates a defense.
Another run. Brought down at the 44-yard line. The halfback picks up a yard.
Man, oh man, that's what those defensive guys live for right there. A shot like that, and then they always get up and have a little something to say to you as you're going back to the huddle.
He's dropped at about the 35-yard line, and that one will go for a first.
And really top-notch quarterbacks know how to throw a football in there without leading his receiver into trouble. That was a great throw.
Strong throw. Still good on the drive. They pick up several yards there on the pass.
And that fake really was the difference. Not only did the quarterback sell it, the running back sold it, the offensive line did, and the receiver was open for a nice play.
He's going to run. He fumbled it. And I think one of the big guys fell on it for the defense.
We're coming back. For real. There you go.
They line up at the 14. New York comes out with 3 receivers in a single back formation. He didn't get his feet set as he threw, knocks it away. The quarterback's just relieved that one wasn't picked off.
You're right, Tom. He knows he just got away with one there. That's a ball he should have never thrown.
New York lines up with 3 receivers. Tosses it out. Uses the stiff arm, but the defender is still able to drop him. And the halfback toss gets maybe 3 yards. They line up in a one-back set. Looks to pass. The defense has him surrounded. It's completed. He's brought down around the 33-yard line. He put something extra on that throw, and it'll keep the chains moving.
And that's really what it takes sometimes, because defenders are so quick out there. If you don't put a little extra pop on it, they can get there.
Gives to the back. Makes it to the 44. What a beautiful run. And now you can see why he was a top-notch sprinter in college.
Yeah, but not all sprinters turn into football players. This guy is a guy with sprinter speed, but is a football player. He has the kind of toughness that you love to see and that speed that just dazzles.
Excellent poise under pressure on that pass play with the defense closing in.
Yeah, very safe, simple play, hitting the underneath receiver for a solid gain.
Johnson calls an audible. He drops back. Crosses the line. Brought down around the 47-yard line. And they picked up 4 yards on the scramble. New York goes with the ace set here. Trying to change the play. And they'll try and get the first through the air. Is there for the catch. Knocked out at the 35. So on 3rd down, he finds his receiver and gets a big gain.
Receivers who can make plays like that on 3rd down tend to have nice, long careers.
Home team come out in a single back formation. Drops back. With the hard throw out to his right. Knocked out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. A nice completion to the tight end.
I always thought tight ends were sort of like pacifiers for babies. You know, just about the time that you need a little security blanket, you know where to go.
And now we'll take a quick look at the drive summary. And we're underway. Loose ball. Thomas recovers the loose ball. And a costly fumble.
He was hit hard on that one, but you have to expect that on kick returns because you have guys flying 100 miles per hour in both directions.
And they use motion. Gives it off. He's dropped at about the 31. Nothing doing on the halfback delay. They line up at the 32. Nickel package on defense. It's the tailback. They finally get him, and it looked like he would score, but instead they'll set it up with 1st and goal. They find themselves in the red zone for the first time today. Another run. And they get him around the 7-yard line. 3 yards on the run. 6 yards away from pay dirt here. Johnson steps to the line of scrimmage. Offense lines up in an I. Drops back. He rolls right. With the catch. And he's knocked out around the 1-yard line. 6-yard gain through the air on that play. 3rd and goal coming up. Ball on the 1-yard line. They come out with 3 wide receivers. He's looking to throw. To the end zone. And he makes the catch. Touchdown. The tight end comes up with a catch for a touchdown.
Quarterbacks love throwing to those big tight ends on the goal line. It is just an easier target, easier to find those guys.
The snap, set down, the kick is up, and we'll take a quick look at the drive summary. Kicks it off. Drilled at the 34. So as the offense heads back onto the field, we'll take this time to remind you that our game is brought to you by EA Sports. If it's in the game, it's in the game. The defense lines up with 5 defensive backs. Gives it left side. He's dropped for a loss. He tries to wriggle away, but he's stopped for a loss.
Well, Tom, the offensive line just didn't get any push there. They've got to do a better job knocking those guys off the line of scrimmage.
Calls the play at the line. They give it to the tailback. He's tackled at about the 31. Didn't get much, and that makes it 3rd down. Offset I formation in the backfield. Looks to pass. Short throw. Comes down with it. He gets knocked out of bounds at the 28-yard line. That's a loss of 4 yards.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit on that one. They made a little correction at the line of scrimmage, and they had that play pegged right from the start.
Punts it. Tackled around the 42-yard line. That guy just showed off some pretty good skills on that return.
I thought for sure he was taking that one back to the house. You know, anytime you get a guy with that kind of skill level in the open field with a little room to run, good things are going to happen.
Fullback on the inside give. He's tackled at the 43-yard line. Picked up maybe a foot or two. That brings up 2nd down. Fullback handoff. And they get him around the 50-yard line. That's a 7-yard gain, and so it'll be 3rd down. 3rd down now, they'll need a couple of yards to convert for a 1st down. Single back formation, 3 wide receivers. Harold goes in motion. There's a play fake. And he caught it. Brought down around the 42-yard line. A decent gain there on that pass.
Yeah, a little timing route there, and you really have to have faith as a quarterback to get that ball out of your hand quickly if you're going to play with that kind of touch on the ball.
Oh, that's just sloppy. They can't complete the pass, and now the offense will be looking at 2nd down. 2nd down now with 10 to go. Johnson lines up under center. Three receivers are split out wide. They keep it on the ground with the tailback. Hit and drop behind the line. He couldn't get anywhere on that one.
Yeah, sometimes you just have to admit defeat on a play as a running back and just try and get that thing back to the line of scrimmage.
Offset I formation in the backfield. Back to throw. He needs to get the pass off. He's sacked. That was a great job by the corner to get him on the blitz.
If a quarterback's really good, he can anticipate that corner blitz because he sees the coverage shift over to that side. Obviously, you can't blitz a corner and leave the guy open without shifting the coverage. That time, the quarterback had no idea.
They could do nothing against this defense on their previous drive. Gives it left side. And he dropped him in the open field. A nice 6-yard gain by the halfback. So second down now. The offense needs about 4 for the first. The backfield is in the offset I formation. The halfback with the carry. He's tackled at the 40, a gain of 3 yards.
Very effective call that time by the defensive coordinator, bringing the outside linebacker a terrific way to give your defense some help in stopping the run.
He'll be brought down behind the line of scrimmage. They didn't have the ball long there.
And 3 and outs are embarrassing for an offense. When you go out there and run 3 plays and have to go jogging back to your sideline, those defensive guys, they aren't too happy.
And they get him right around the 24-yard line. He got everything he could, but there really wasn't much there.
Boy, he hardly had any room to do anything there. They've got to come up with a better scheme or some better blockers or something. This guy's a good punt returner. He's just not getting any help at all from his teammates.
He's dropped right around the 28-yard line. He carries the ball for 3, maybe 4 yards. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Home team come out showing 3 wide. Up the middle with a fullback. Brought down at the 33-yard line. 4-yard gain on the play. That'll bring up 3rd down. Still a lot of time left, but at the end of 1, the score is 7-0. 3rd down and 2. Ball on their own 33. They line up in a one-back set. They motion to the right. Nice play fake. Surveys the field. He throws on the run. He couldn't get 2 feet in on that one.
Well, that's something receivers work on all the time, dragging that back toe, just unable to do it that time.
Tate back deep to return. They get this one off, and it's a great kick. He fields the punt at the 20. He's tackled right around the 22-yard line. They really did a good job keeping him contained on that one.
Yeah, that certainly wasn't one of his best efforts there. Maybe if he would have gotten a little more help from his blockers, he could have broken one out of there. You know, sometimes it just takes one good block to create a seam to get one up the field.
And the halfback has nowhere to go. Gives it off. He's brought down at about the 27-yard line. They got 4 yards there, and that makes it 3rd down. New York comes out defensively with 6 defensive backs. Passes the ball, brings it in, and he's knocked out at the 37. That was a big-time play by the receiver.
And talking to this receiver earlier this week, he told me he had a lot of plays in the playbook, and he thought he was going to have a big day.
And he will lose yardage on the play. A great defensive effort there.
Did you see how fast that linebacker was on that one? Not only did he recognize it, but when he did recognize it, he had the explosiveness to get there.
Off his back foot. And a huge midair collision. Another fine pass and catch on that play.
I know we all talk about 40-yard dash times in the NFL, but as a receiver, if you are a great route runner and you understand what the defenses are trying to do to you, it doesn't matter if you run a 4.3 40. If you can get in and out of your cuts like this guy, you will always be able to play.
Gets the punt away. He fields it at the 17. He's tackled around the 22-yard line. Once again, we'll take this opportunity to remind you that this game is brought to you by the fine folks at EA Sports. The defense is in the nickel.
Screen here, Quan, screen.
He didn't get back to the line. They tested the perimeter, but nothing doing.
When you have a great athlete at the running back position, the temptation is to toss him the ball, get him out in space, and let him try and break a tackle. That time, the space thing didn't work out so well.
Looks to pass. On the run, he throws it. He tries to spin, and he is dropped. And it's the tailback with a big catch.
And tailbacks love that. Anytime they can get into the open field, think about that position. You're constantly pounding the ball inside and getting hit by those big linebackers. Now you get out in open space, and you have a chance to make a play.
The fullback picks up about 3 yards on that carry. 2nd and 7 coming up here. Ball on the 37-yard line. They line up in a one-back set. Again with the carry. He took a shot at the 40. That's a 3-yard gain.
The defense did a nice job there jamming the running back, bringing the outside linebacker on a blitz. Sometimes those outside backers a little more athletic and can really help stop the run.
Tosses it out. 2 minutes left in the half. Decent run there. He was able to pick up the first.
Those are the kind of runs you can really build your offense around. If you can pick up that kind of a gain for a first down, it makes it so much easier to throw the football.
First down, looking to throw. With the pass. Catch is made. Brought down at the 45. And you won't see the coaching staff complaining about that.
Yeah, coaching staffs generally don't complain about too much when they have a quarterback that has the leadership qualities and the arm strength and the ability that this guy has.
Passes it out with the catch. Tackled around the 35-yard line. That's a first down right there. Might want to play them a little tighter, maybe even go to man coverage.
Yeah, that's a great call, Tom, because when you get a blitz package like that and your offensive line can first of all figure it out and then get it blocked, it's very tough to cover one-on-one in the secondary.
2nd down and 14. This is the 9th play of this drive. They come out with 3 wide receivers. Johnson hasn't missed yet. Rifles it across the middle. Hit hard at the 20. He gunned that one in there for the first down, didn't he?
He really did, and when you watch a guy throw a ball that hard, they don't move their arm any faster. You see them driving off that back leg. That was a pretty pass.
They hand it off. He's brought down at the 18-yard line. The halfback picks up a yard. It's 2nd down and 9 to go. Ball on the 18-yard line. Johnson lines up with 5 wideouts. He's looking to throw. Rifles it to the middle. Finally make the tackle, and it will be 1st and goal. I don't know how he came up with that one.
Let's face it, the quarterback got away with one there. That was pretty tight coverage. They squeezed it in there that time, but be careful.
Tries for the end zone. Tipped pass. What an effort out there. He just got his hands in there and broke it up.
I love watching the closing speed of this defense. When they see the ball, they go get it.
They line up in the jumbo set. Goes for the end zone. Tight coverage, and it's picked off. What an interception by the cornerback.
You know, some of these corners are just freakish athletes right now. Oftentimes, they're the best athletes on the field. Maybe they don't have the skill set, great hands, great moves, whatever, but they are definitely among the fastest in the NFL.
First down, 10 to go. Ball on their own 27. One-man backfield. They'll throw on first down. And they're coming after him. He's there for the catch. Brought down at the 43-yard line. Good pickup by the receiver.
And we've always talked about this receiver's big play ability. He may not be the fastest guy in the league, but you can tell he wants the ball in his hands in big situations.
And they get him right around the 46-yard line. About 4 yards on that play.
Good patience that time by the quarterback, just checking down to the underneath route, giving his guy a chance to make a play.
He drops back. Short throw to the left. He makes a great open field tackle. Good read of the defense on that pass play.
Yeah, and throws like that really settle a quarterback down. It's all about getting into the flow of a game, and you can see he's getting comfortable now.
He's dropped at the 40, and this receiver just loves it when the defense is in man coverage.
Yeah, there's no better feeling than when you're coming off the ball and you know it's just you and the guy across from you. That's just good old-fashioned football, but you also know typically when you get man coverage, your quarterback is under pressure.
He gets his leg into this one. Carter fields it at the goal line. Dropped at the 26-yard line. So before the offense hits the field, let's take the time to let you know that our game is brought to you by EA Sports. Johnson comes to the line, 3-wide formation. They'll give it off here. He's going to be tackled for a loss. Nice stop on that play.
Yeah, great defense at the point of attack, but also very impressive the pursuit to the ball. They were all coming there.
Fullback straight ahead. He fights forward to about the 26. Gain of a yard by the fullback. Johnson has 5 receivers lined up here. He drops back to pass. He throws it. There for the catch. And he made a great open field tackle. That one worked pretty well.
It sure did, and I wish all our fans could see what's happening down the field on all our television broadcasts, because so much of the game now is won and lost in the secondary.
They give it to the tailback. Brought down around the 38-yard line. Gain of less than a yard.
Well, that was the perfect time for them to call a blitz. They got in there, filled up all the gaps, brought down the running back for a short gain.
Johnson dropping back. Defense is getting pressure. Excellent open field tackle. That pass is good for a first down.
And he had some zip on that one, didn't he? He reared back and threw that one about as hard as he could.
They put everyone up on the line. Looking to throw. Throws it short. Pass completed. Tackled at the 33-yard line. Everything seems to work perfectly on that one.
And that's a pattern that this team likes to run. You know they've been studying that all week on film, and yet they still can't stop it.
New York uses motion. On the delay. They tackle him for a loss. The defensive line sniffed that play out beautifully.
Yeah, and defensive linemen aren't the big fat guys that they used to be. These guys are athletes. They can move, and if you don't fool them on the delay, they're going to be standing right there in the face of the running back.
He's looking to throw. Throws while on the run. He's tackled at the 27-yard line. They get 6 there.
Just keeps the ball moving down the field. 6-yard gain and a little progress.
Johnson is under center. Offense lines up in an I. Fakes the run. Looking for a receiver. Still perfect on the drive. And they get him right around the 12-yard line. And a great pass by the quarterback to convert for the first.
And what we're seeing out of this quarterback is a variety of throws. Yes, he has the ability to zip it in there when he needs to, but we've also seen some touch throws, a very complete repertoire.
That looks like a 1-yard gain.
And they really ran right into the blitz. That's a time that a veteran quarterback should have changed the play at the line of scrimmage. You could see the blitz coming. He didn't audible and only came away with a short gain.
What a shot! And the halfback carries for a pickup of 3.
Boy, he just took a shot on that one. As a running back, the last thing in the world you want is a short gain and a big hit.
He'll try the end zone, and he's out of bounds, incomplete. They went with a sideline pass, but he couldn't stay in bounds.
And that would have been a spectacular catch if he'd been able to come up with that one, just thrown a little bit too far outside.
Here's a quick look at the drive summary. Great kick here. Brought down at the 31. So as the offense heads back onto the field, we'll take this time to remind you that our game is brought to you by EA Sports. If it's in the game, it's in the game. They line up in the jumbo set. On the ground with a tailback. He's brought down at about the 33-yard line. Gain of 2.
Little linebacker blitzed on that one, and you could see that the quarterback just didn't see it in time to audible out of that play, and let's give credit to the defense. They won that battle.
Hands it to the back. He makes a move, and he's brought down. And that's a gain of about 8. They line up at the 42. They line up in a double tight set. Another run. He's tackled at the 44-yard line. The back gets 3 on the carry.
Gain of 3.
2nd and 7 situation here. Ball on the 44. Out of the I formation. They motion to the left.
Turbo, Simba, peel one finger. Get off, baby, get off. They never quit, fellas.
He'll get the call again. Brought down at the 45. He might have gotten a yard at best, and so it'll be 3rd down. They line up at the 45. They'll come out with bunch formation. Fakes to the back. Looks down the field. He decides to run. And they get him at the 45. A big gain for the quarterback.
Who says quarterbacks aren't athletes? He looked pretty good on that play. Nice job, found the hole, got upfield, got down without getting injured. Good play.
From the 45-yard line, they line up in a one-back set. It's the tailback. Brought down behind the line, and they were not able to get much there.
And so many times you hear offensive coordinators criticized because they don't try to run the football enough. But when you get stuffed in the backfield like that, you understand why they would rather call the pass play.
Throws on the run. Right through his hands, he almost had the pick, and he just managed to get a piece of it. Nice play by the defender.
And as a receiver, you really have to do a better job of coming back to the football at that point. You have to help the quarterback.
Defense closing in. It's intercepted. Tackled at the 44-yard line. Nice pick for the safety.
You could see the quarterback that time trying to look the safety off, but this safety is simply too smart. He was having none of it and jumped in front to make the interception.
1st and 10. Ball on the 44-yard line. They'll come out in the I. And they use motion. Feeds it to the back. He's tackled at the 43-yard line. 2-yard gain. That'll bring up 2nd down. Home team come out in a single back formation, looking to throw. He passes short. Makes the catch. That's a gain of 5.
Hey, no need to force it. He just took what the defense gave him there, found the open man, and picked up a few yards.
New York comes out with 2 tight ends. Little handoff. He's brought down at the 29-yard line. Looks like the containment just broke down on that one, and they end up giving up the first.
Defense is all about gap control. All you have to do is maintain your one gap. If one guy blows it, you can give up a big play like that.
He's dropped at the 11. A good play to the tight end that time.
And tight ends are so big that as coverage people, it's tough to figure out how to defend them. If you're on their left side, they throw it to their right side. If you're behind them, they throw it in front. Tight ends are tough to cover.
Johnson hands off. Huge hit. He carries the ball for 3, maybe 4 yards. 6 more yards for the score. Out in the here's the back. Tackle around the 1-yard line. They better find a way to slow him down, or he's going to end up breaking one big.
I think that's a really good point. How many times have we seen the back chipping away, and then all of a sudden breaking the big one?
Inside hand, he's in. Touchdown.
There certainly was no mystery to that play. Just power offense against power defense, and the offense won the battle there.
They'll look to tack on the extra point. extra point is good. And here's your drive summary for that last series. He kicks it. He's tackled at the 28-yard line. The quarterback leads his offense back onto the field after turning it over on their last drive. The offense will start at the 28-yard line. First down, 10 to go. He drops back to pass. Passes it. And it's caught. He's brought down around the 47-yard line. Not too bad a pass there.
Not too bad at all. And sometimes those little touch throws are actually more difficult than the bullet passes. Kind of hard to come up with the timing to hit the receiver right in stride, but that was well thrown.
And they get him at the 44-yard line. Strong, accurate throw leads to a pretty good gain.
Now, they didn't pick up the first down that time, but you drop back, you make a good throw like that. Now you're in position to try and pick up this first down.
He's looking to throw. Dumps it out right. Steps out at the 39-yard line. He makes the catch, and Chris, that'll move the chain.
And they're doing it with short ball control type passes. This is the type of offense that really frustrates a defense.
Drops back to pass. Throws out to the right. Oh, and he dropped it. The pass was deflected and swatted away by the defender.
I think the quarterback may have had to throw that ball a little sooner than he wanted to. The pressure was starting to get there.
Empty backfield and 5 wideouts here. Back to throw. He throws right, and he catches it. It goes out of bounds, and that was a little bit of luck on that carry.
I wish a few more of my fumbles would have bounced out of bounds. What a lucky break that was.
Looks to pass. Huge pressure by the defense. He's brought down at the 32-yard line. And for as good of a catch as that was, this offense now has to deal with a 4th down. They'll come out in the I. They motion to the left. He didn't have a chance. They'll start at the 32-yard line. First down, 10 to go. Home team line up in a goal line formation. They hand it off. Tackle at the 36-yard line. The halfback runs for 4 yards. Home team go with the I formation.
Toby 32, come on now. Right, who's right? Hey, come on. Here comes what? Hard count. I got him. Hunt. Right. Tom with our hook. Let's get off. Watch the back. Whoever got the back. Hey, nasty. Which way, Roger Slayer? Hunt. Oh, make a play. Hey, regular.
The defender gets him to the ground. They pick up 2 yards.
And Tom, that was because the defense filled up all the gaps. The back was looking for somewhere to run, but by bringing the run blitz, they took away all the holes and stopped them for a minimal gain.
Numbers, watch the square left. Kings left. Come on, let's go. Hunt. Right, I under. Let's get off. I near. Cloud left, over right. Hold on. Come on. Hey, let's go. Yo. Throw. Let's go, fellas. Let's go. Hey, what? Get it back.
They're going to pitch it. It appears to be short. The defense calls a timeout, and they'll have 2 remaining. Punts it. It'll go out at the 37. Once again, we'll take this opportunity to remind you that this game is brought to you by the fine folks at EA Sports.
Let's go, guys. Come on.
They have one more shot. Let's see if their prayers will be answered with a good old Hail Mary. He didn't get his feet set as he threw. Off-target pass. I'm not sure who he was throwing it to on that last play.
Yeah, even the wide receiver was looking around after that play and going, was that to me?
Looks to pass. Fires it left. Makes the grab. Cuts back, and he's dropped. The offense calls a timeout, and now they've only got 1 remaining. And they're going to take one last shot at the end zone here. Back to pass. Throws the deep pass. Intercepted, and the defense closes the door on any comeback attempt. The defense now has 2 interceptions in the game.
Really a nice play on the ball that time. It's so much fun to watch these athletes in the secondary breaking so quickly and making these interceptions.
Gives to the back. He doesn't get back to the line. So this one is all wrapped up. Our score, the home team 17, the visiting team nothing. And we're underway. From his own goal line. They get him at the 35. Their offense will step onto the field for the first time, hoping to come away with some points on this possession. Give to the tailback. He's tackled at the 41-yard line. A nice 6-yard gain by the halfback. 2nd and 4 coming up here. Home team line up with a nickelback. Back to throw. Rockets it out. Intercepted. He's brought down at the 48-yard line. And the safety made a really nice play on the ball to grab that interception.
You know, this safety is known for his big hits, but that time it was his soft hands that made the difference.
Johnson calls for motion left. Fumble. And is picked up by one of the linemen. He really needs to do a better job protecting the ball. If he doesn't, the backup might see a few carries.
And this is a talented guy, it really is, but he does have a little reputation for putting the ball on the ground.
Drops back, throws it short, completed. And he dropped him in the open field. And he just couldn't get it going after making the catch.
Nope, and sometimes as a receiver, the quarterback will make the wrong read and throw it to you anyway, and you give him that look going back to the huddle. You know that look?
Johnson looking to pass. He throws on the run. He's dropped at the 37. On 3rd and long, they get the first down, but it was close.
That's just great offense right there. Anytime you have a 3rd and long situation and you can execute a play like that for a first down, I don't care how close it is still 1st and 10.
Johnson will look to pass. Surveys the field. Almost intercepted. The pass was deflected and swatted away by the defender.
I think the quarterback may have had to throw that ball a little sooner than he wanted to. The pressure was starting to get there.
On play action, throws to his left. Tackle at the 25. He put something extra on that throw, and it'll keep the chains moving.
And that's really what it takes sometimes, because defenders are so quick out there. If you don't put a little extra pop on it, they can get there.
He lost yardage on the play. The defense got the job done on that play.
Really impressive play that time by this defensive line. It wasn't just one guy, but every guy up front just dominating their guy at the point of attack.
And they get him at the 24-yard line. Gain of 2. That'll bring up 3rd down. 3rd down once again. Let's see if they can convert this one. 3 wide receivers. Harold in motion. Drops back with the throw. Pass is complete. Brought down at the 18-yard line. Still not quite enough, however. They'll still be facing 4th down. 4th down, and the kicker is on for the 35-yard field goal try. Here's the kick. And he makes it. He put that one right through the upright. And now we'll take a quick look at the drive summary. Gets a good kick here. Tate from the 1. Hit and dropped at the 20. The quarterback and his receiver were clearly not on the same page last time, and it led to an interception. High formation here. They go with a run. He's dropped for a loss. Nice stop on that play.
Yeah, great defense at the point of attack, but also very impressive the pursuit to the ball. They were all coming there.
And they use motion. They hand it off. He'll be brought down behind the line of scrimmage. Tried to find something, but there wasn't anything there for him.
Yeah, not anything at all. And as a running back, you're probably going back to the huddle going, guys, a little help, please?
Back to pass. Throws it short. And it's completed. Despite the great effort, it will still bring up 4th. New York looks like they're sending everything but the kitchen sink at this punt. He gets it away. Jukes away, and he will be tackled. That guy just showed off some pretty good skills on that return.
I thought for sure he was taking that one back to the house. You know, anytime you get a guy with that kind of skill level in the open field with a little room to run, good things are going to happen.
They're going to pitch it. And he will not make it past the defender. That cornerback just made this offense look bad.
One of the tough things about trying to get a cornerback blocked is how athletic those guys are. If you're a fullback or an offensive lineman or somebody out in front trying to make that block, it's just tough to get a hand on those guys. They're quick.
He's brought down right around the 22-yard line. Strong, accurate throw leads to a pretty good gain.
Now, they didn't pick up the first down that time, but you drop back, you make a good throw like that. Now you're in position to try and pick up this first down.
It's the tailback. He's tackled at the 18-yard line. That was a good effort by the back to pick up the first.
And as a play caller, when you see a successful running play like that, it makes you a little more confident to call it the next time.
Feeds it to the back. He's dropped at the 18-yard line. That may be a couple of feet, and that will bring up 2nd down. We played a quarter. The score is 3-0. From the 18-yard line, home team come out with the offset eye. Man in motion. Little handoff. He's going to be tackled for a loss. Well, they wind up in reverse that time. Good push by the defense.
And when the defense gets that kind of penetration, it just disrupts everything for an offense. They have to get that guy blocked.
Looking for an open man. Into traffic, and it's picked off. And that was a poor decision on the part of the quarterback.
And I still don't know why he made that throw. I mean, the coverage was there. There was absolutely no spot to put that ball, and he threw it anyway.
Strong throw to the center of the field. He's brought down right around the 32-yard line. A good play to the tight end that time.
And tight ends are so big that as coverage people, it's tough to figure out how to defend them. If you're on their left side, they throw it to their right side. If you're behind them, they throw it in front. Tight ends are tough to cover.
He couldn't get anywhere on that one.
Yeah, sometimes you just have to admit defeat on a play as a running back and just try and get that thing back to the line of scrimmage.
It's the tailback. Dropped behind the line. The defensive line sniffed that play out beautifully.
Yeah, and defensive linemen aren't the big fat guys that they used to be. These guys are athletes. They can move, and if you don't fool them on the delay, they're going to be standing right there in the face of the running back.
He catches another, and they get him right around the 40-yard line. The third down pass got them good yardage, but not quite enough to convert.
Yeah, that was a tough third down situation. They got the good completion, a good gain on the play, but probably asking too much out of the receiver to try and break that many tackles to pick up that first down.
It'll be interesting to see how this quarterback reacts after throwing an interception on his last drive. They keep it on the ground with the tailback. Tries to juke the defender, and he will be tackled. They get 1 yard on the play. That brings up second down. Fullback straight ahead. He's dropped at the 41-yard line. Pickup of about 5, and that makes it third down. Offense facing a 3rd and 4. Ball on the 41. They'll come out in the I. Sets up the play action. Gets the throw away. Brought down at the 44-yard line. Fourth down coming up as the offense goes 3 and out.
And let's give the defense credit there. I thought they did a great job disguising the look. The quarterbacks, the receivers, they just looked confused. They didn't have it figured out pre-snap going into those plays.
He fields the punt at the 16. Tackle at the 29-yard line. The defense could do no wrong the last time this team had the ball. They'll go to work at the 29-yard line. Pro formation here. He looks to throw on first down. He throws a bullet across the middle. He's brought down at the 38. Nice little pickup on that pass pattern.
And I really shouldn't feel this way, but I get a little nervous every time this guy goes up to make a catch, you know, because he's had a little bit of a history of dropping some balls, but today doing a nice job hanging on and a big play there.
That'll make it third down. The offense needs about 3 feet for the first. Single back formation. He drops back. Gets the pass out. Makes the reception. He's tackled around the 46-yard line. 2 minutes left in the half. First and 10. Ball on the 46. Offset I formation in the backfield. Back to pass. Short throw to the left. Brought down at the 41-yard line. Just a short, efficient throw that time.
Yeah, a true sign of patience on the offensive side. You let the play develop. You find the open receiver. Maybe he takes a look down the field. It's not there. Just go ahead and take that safe throw.
He drops back to pass. On the run, he throws it. He's brought down around the 33-yard line. Good gain on the pass to the running back.
It's tough to pay too much attention to a running back in the passing game because at least half the time they're staying in the block. So when they do slip out, occasionally they can hit you for a big play.
Drops back on first down. He throws it. Defender gets his hand on it. The defender was able to get a hand on it.
And really that came as a result of pretty physical play at the line of scrimmage. They're banging these guys around and not letting them get into their routes.
They're changing the play. Drops back. Defense is getting pressure. Defense pushes him out of bounds at the 26-yard line. Nice pass for the quarterback on that one with the defense bearing down on him.
Nice play there. It's only 7 yards, but that's the kind of underneath throw that eventually opens up some throws down the field.
Passes on the move. He's tackled at the 23-yard line. It does go for a completion, but not quite what they needed for the first.
The intention of that play was to put the ball in the hands of a playmaker at receiver, allow him to make a move and pick up the first down. He was unable to do it, and that brings up fourth.
And we'll take a quick look at the drive summary. Kicks it off from his own goal line. Dropped at the 26-yard line. They didn't look sharp on their last drive and were forced to punt it away. They'll set up shop at the 26-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Single back formation, 3 wide receivers. Back to throw. He needs to get rid of it. There for the reception. He's brought down at the 36-yard line. That pass is good for a first down.
And he had some zip on that one, didn't he? He reared back and threw that one about as hard as he could.
Drops back on first down. Short throw to the right. No one in front of him. Brought down at the 49-yard line. Good job to avoid the rush and get the pass off.
When you're trying to blitz the quarterback, you better have some talented corners on the outside, because as a wideout, just give me 3 or 4 seconds against the blitz, and it is awfully tough to try and cover that.
Tackled at the 48-yard line. And the defense just ate that one up, Chris.
Yeah, you're not going to fool this defense on plays like that very much. At least he got the ball out of there, though.
2nd and 7 situation here. Ball on the 48. Home team come out showing 3 wide. Johnson calls for motion left. Throws the bullet to the left, and they get him at about the 37-yard line. They won't huddle here as they try to speed things up. Johnson comes to the line with 3 wide. He looks to throw on first down. Throws it. He hasn't missed a pass on this drive. The first half comes to a close with our score all tied up. He kicks it. Fielded at the 4. At the 30. Big hit there to bring him down. So before the offense hits the field, let's take the time to let you know that our game is brought to you by EA Sports. Offset I formation in the backfield. They go with a run. He's dropped at the 37. About 5 yards there on the fullback carry. 2nd and 5 coming up here. Ball on the 37-yard line. New York lines up with a split backfield. And they'll run him again. Brought down about the 43-yard line. It looked like the defense got caught a little off guard by the fullback getting the ball.
Fullbacks pounding the ball up the middle has become a lost art in the National Football League. But when you see how it can gouge a defense and pick up a first down, it makes that offensive coordinator want to think about him a little more often.
From their own 44-yard line. Home team come out showing 3 wide. Drops back to pass. Oh, and they got him. The offensive line seemed to have a tough time picking up their blocks on that play.
They just overwhelmed the offensive line on that play. That is what effective blitzing is all about. The timing, the execution, that was perfect.
Drops back. He's under a heavy rush. Brings this one in. What an open field tackle. They complete the pass on 3rd and long, but they'll end up short of the marker.
You can see the confidence level of this defense. They know they can make open field tackles, and that's probably one of the great lost arts in the game. The ability to make the tackle in the open field and stop them short of the first down. Good play defensively there.
So as the offense heads back onto the field, we'll take this time to remind you that our game is brought to you by EA Sports. If it's in the game, it's in the game. The halfback gets the ball and picks up 5.
Gets the call on the run. Gain of 5.
From their own 25-yard line. 2 tight end set. He drops back to pass. Fires it out. And that's his receiver who's wide open. At the 40, at the 30, to the 20, to the 10. They'll get in for the touchdown. I was really impressed by this guy's arm strength on that throw.
Not only did he have great zip on that one, but that was right on the money. It's one thing to have the big arm, but if you're not accurate, you don't get the big payoffs like we just saw there.
And they line up for the extra point. The snap, set down, the kick is up, and the point after is good. The kick. From his own goal line. Breaks a tackle. Drilled at the 27-yard line. They couldn't do anything against this defense on their last drive, and they were forced to punt. They'll go to work at the 27. It's 1st and 10. They line up with one running back in the backfield, 3 wide. Hands it off. Makes it out to about the 36. They go with a run, and that'll be a gain of 9. Johnson steps to the line of scrimmage. 3 receivers split out. Drops back. Throws a bullet. He's brought down at the 46-yard line. A good amount of yards that time on the pass.
And running backs who are good receivers are pretty rare. You know, a lot of times those guys, they come out and they're good running the football, but they don't make the kind of plays in the passing game. This guy can clearly do both.
Again, he'll get the call. He makes it out to maybe the 49-yard line. The back gets 3 on the carry. 2nd and 7. Ball on the 49. One-man backfield. Gives it off. He makes it out to midfield. And the halfback has nowhere to go. They line up at the 50. Home team come out with the offset eye. Johnson will look to throw. He's hammered in the backfield. And for as good of a catch as that was, this offense now has to deal with a 4th down. 4th down. They'll line up to punt this one away. And they can really put their opponent in bad field position with a good punt here. It's away, and it's a booming punt. Down in the end zone for a touchback. They were able to score through the air the last time they had the ball. Let's see what they plan for this drive. Offset I formation in the backfield. They go with the fullback. What a brutal hit. He plows ahead for a 2-yard gain. Split backs in the backfield. And they get him around the 23-yard line. And the fullback plows ahead for maybe a yard. 3rd down now. They'll need 7 to convert. Ball on their own 23. Looks to pass. He's running out of time. It's completed. He's dropped around the 31-yard line. Nice job by the quarterback to hit the tight end for a decent gain.
You know, tight ends may not come up with those real explosive plays down the field all the time, but they sure are a nice target for the quarterback.
Nice play fake. Is there for the catch. He's tackled at the 50, and a big catch by the tight end.
And I can tell you this, there's nothing that defensive backs hate more than to have one of those big tight ends in the open field running right towards them.
He's looking to throw. Huge pressure by the defense. The pass rush gets there, and he's down. He just really showed off his speed and quickness on that one.
Playing defensive end is all about the get-off. Can you anticipate the snap count, turn the corner, even if you don't get the sack, at least force that quarterback to step up so those big defensive tackles can get him.
New York comes out defensively with 6 defensive backs. He throws right. Comes down with it. Knocked out around the 49-yard line. A 5-yard gain.
Hey, no need to force it. He just took what the defense gave him there, found the open man, and picked up a few yards.
That brings up another 3rd down attempt. They line up in a double tight set. Pause. Spin move, and he's brought down. Well, they tried to keep it on the ground for the 1st down.
But not against this defense. You know, the way the rules are these days, that if you don't have confidence to throw the ball in that situation, you probably don't have much confidence in your quarterback.
This one's going to go out of bounds at the 28. They had to punt it away on their previous drive. It's 1st and 10. The defense is in the nickel. New York uses motion. Drops back on 1st down. Scans the field. It's incomplete. It looked like he tried to drag his feet as he was going out, but he couldn't get him down.
You know, and sometimes that happens. The quarterback put it in a spot where only he could catch it. The problem was the ball was just a little off target.
And he caught it. And he made a great open field tackle. And it's the tailback with a big catch.
And tailbacks love that. Anytime they can get into the open field, think about that position. You're constantly pounding the ball inside and getting hit by those big linebackers. Now you get out in open space and you have a chance to make a play.
That was an excellent play by the defensive end.
Man, that guy has a great jump off the ball. In the league now, we are seeing some of the best athletes in all of football playing the defensive end position. And if you can't get them blocked, you're going to have to start thinking about chipping them with a back or putting a tight end over there.
Hit and drop behind the line. They lose 3 yards on that.
You know, sometimes as a quarterback, you have to be careful about dumping it down too quickly. Stand in there, see what you've got working down the field. That time they were all over that quick throw.
Throws while on the run. And they get him at the 44-yard line. Nice pass, but not enough for the first. That'll bring up 4th down.
Pretty nice play that time. They picked up some good yardage, but they lost the battle on 1st and 2nd down and left themselves in 3rd and long. Just too much to overcome.
It's down at the 6. Let's see if the offense can put something together on this drive. From their own 6-yard line. The backfield is in the offset I formation. The halfback with the carry. Brought down behind the line. No one picked up the linebacker, and it cost them.
And when your defensive line can handle their guys up front and not allow the offensive linemen to get down on the linebackers, it really gives those linebackers a chance to look great.
They'll give it off here. He makes it out to maybe the 7-yard line. 1-yard gain on the play, and so it'll be 3rd down. 3rd and 9 coming up. They come out in the nickel. Here's the give. He's pushed out at about the 21. 2 minutes remaining in the 4th quarter. 1st and 10. Ball on the 22. The backfield is in the offset I formation. He's brought down at the 24-yard line. A couple of yards there, and that will bring up 2nd down. I formation here. And they use motion. Another run. Tackle at the 29-yard line. The halfback gets the ball and picks up 5. They line up in the I formation. Pause. He didn't get back to the line. A great defensive effort there.
Did you see how fast that linebacker was on that one? Not only did he recognize it, but when he did recognize it, he had the explosiveness to get there.
Gets it away cleanly. Brought down at about the 37-yard line. So, Chris, what's this offense need to have happen to get them back into the game?
Well, there's still plenty of time now to get down the field for a touchdown, but they're going to have to hurry. You don't have time in this situation for the big mistakes, the interceptions, the fumbles, the sacks, the miscommunications. You have to be perfect on offense now.
They line up at the 45. One-man backfield. New York uses motion. Back to throw. Throws it short. Caught out of bounds, incomplete. The quarterback put that one too far out in front of his receiver, and he couldn't stay inbound.
He tried to make a safe throw there, but the receiver was open. It didn't have to be quite that cautious and just let him out of bounds.
He drops back, dumps it out right. He's dropped around the 46-yard line. They go to their hurry-up offense. They line up in a one-back set. Drops back on first down. Throws on the run. And they get him at the 41-yard line. Pretty nice read on that play to find the open man.
Yeah, the two of them really have been working hard, building a rapport in practice, and now you're starting to see some of those results out here on the field.
The offense calls a timeout. 2nd and 5. Ball on the 41-yard line. He's looking to throw. He needs to get the pass off. And it's knocked down. Franklin was the intended receiver, but they can't complete the pass. 3rd down, 5 yards for the first. Ball on the 41. So they'll have one last shot here to possibly tie this game up. They'll need their prayers to be answered if they don't want to lose this. It's picked off. That should wrap things up. It's loose, and that was a little bit of luck on that carry.
I wish a few more of my fumbles would have bounced out of bounds. What a lucky break that was.
They'll go to work at the 42. It's 1st and 10. We should just see the quarterback take a knee right here, winding down the rest of this clock. They take a knee. And this has been a good one. Our final score is the visiting team 10, the home team 3.
Survived the worst, but my life life is glorious. Better know that I leap every hurdle and I'm so victorious. Take a look, I'm a symbol of greatness, now you can call me Morpheus. As for securing the win, but to believe I'm so notorious. You know that I've been by my bread, even though we rapping now. We used to live on the strip, even though you see me higher level. Now, I superseded every one of my little struggles, and failure has never ever been an option. You see my paper long like rush hour traffic, and I'm about to take a hood shopping.